It is Sinister Sunday, which means today we are going to be talking about one of the most haunted places in America by statehood. And since this is the first episode of the series, now that we're restarting it, we're going to start off with Delaware. And a quick disclaimer for you guys, I will not be using any photos that I find on Google or anything like that, just because there is a copyright on them and I want to keep my channel and myself protected. Alright, so let's get on with the haunted locations. So at the top of our list, we're going to be starting with Addy C Inn in Bethany Beach, Delaware. This is a beautiful bed and breakfast that has been restored by the current owners who have owned it for the past 25 years. This quaint 13-room B&B was actually made in 1902 by the original owner, John Addy. It was actually the town's first building to have running plumbing and gas. To make some income, John Addy, during the Great Depression, actually ended up renting out rooms to the local church. During the Addy's lifetime, it has been moved to 3 different locations due to natural disasters. One, I believe, was a hurricane, and I believe the other one was a fire, if I remember correctly. It is still up and running. It has a very beautiful vintage vibe. It has been completely restored, like I said, by the current owners. And it is to be noted that at some point during the Addy C's lifetime, Curdy Addy, which I believe was John Addy's son, ended up falling off of the roof of the Addy C and falling to his death. There are 3 main rooms that are haunted at the Addy C Inn. Rooms 1, 6, and 11 are said to be the most haunted rooms in the entire inn. In room 1, there is a beautiful giant copper bathtub, but when you bathe in the bathtub actually shakes violently. I don't even know how I would react to something like that. You can actually hear an organ being played in room 6. Supposedly there's no organ in room 6, which is why it comes off kind of creepy. In room 11, it is actually said to be haunted by none other than Addy C Inn's old maintenance man, Paul Delaney, who has been reportedly seen sitting at the end of your bed when you wake up. No thank you. No thank you on that. I am good. It's like my worst nightmare is, like, you know, when you're watching a horror movie and like something creeps out from underneath the bed and grabs you. That's what that vibe kind of gives me. You guys, I got foundation in my hair. And aside from all of the rooms, you can actually hear music being played in the halls, and not just like someone's in their room blasting music. It is like old-timey vintage music that is playing off in the distance, as if there is a group of people partying in the lobby next to the hall. Yeah, that's very almost like Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. Like, it gives me that kind of vibe. Curtis Addy, remember Curtis Addy, the one who fell off the roof? Well, it said you can hear him walking across the rooftop. No, thank you. I'm good. This one curl keeps falling out, you guys, and I think I'm giving up on it and just letting it do its own thing. But yeah, it's a beautiful hotel. You can still go and stay in it. So if you're interested in staying at the Addy C Inn bed and breakfast, go ahead, click the link down in the description. Check it out. They have pictures of the entire B&B. It is beautiful. If it wasn't haunted, I would probably stay there. As much as I love haunted things and ghosts and the paranormal, I've had enough paranormal things in my life to not want to experience anymore. It is worth noting, though, if you are going to stay at the Addy C Inn, you do have to be 21 or older to stay at the B&B. I don't know why, maybe for liability reasons. I don't know. It didn't really say on the website what the reason for it is. I would assume liability. I could be wrong. I don't know. Let me know in the comments, actually, if you guys would stay in this B&B. So before we move on to our next haunted hotel, we are going to do a quick honorable mention that I saw in my research, and that is going to be Maggies Bridge. So Maggies Bridge actually has an interesting story, because when this took place, it was back in the day, carriage rides, all of that. Maggie was a pregnant woman and she was traveling by carriage, and when she got across the bridge, the carriage accidentally crashed somehow, and in the process of crashing, she ended up getting decapitated. There's no softer way of saying that. To this day, it is said that you can go out to Maggies Bridge in the middle of the night. It is best to do this during the witching hour. And there's a couple of different like ghost stories for this. One of the stories actually says if you go out to Maggies Bridge and you are there between the witching hours and you yell, "Maggie, Maggie, I have got your baby," she supposedly appears holding, like she's headless, holding her head in her hands, I guess, looking for her baby. So that's a nice, creepy, honorable mention. I honestly love like little urban legends and everything like that. I'd actually love it if you guys in the comment section would let me know what state you're from and what haunted location you would like me to cover in your state. And then once I get to your state, because I'm going by statehood, I can, you know, keep that in my backlog. That would actually help me with my research time. So location number 2 is the Brick Hotel in Georgetown, Delaware. So a little bit of history for you guys. The Brick Hotel was made in 1836 and was originally called the Union Hotel. The hotel is one of the few buildings in Delaware that is completely still made out of the original brickwork. You know, side note, it's actually pretty impressive. This hotel has seen several different occupations throughout its years, including a post office and a courthouse, finally settling on to being a hotel once again. Burton Barker, who was originally the first innkeeper of the hotel, did a really good job at making it a hotspot in Georgetown. It actually housed a lounge that became a favorite spot to Union supporters. Sometime in the 50s, the state ended up purchasing the hotel, and it was going to be demolished and replaced with a new updated courthouse. When the people in Georgetown found out about this, they ended up actually protesting it, and it ended up being purchased by its current owners, who completely restored it and made it the beautiful hotel that it is today. So when doing research, I ended up on the Brick Hotel's website, which is also in the link down below, and it is funny because the employees of the hotel actually gave the ghost names, which, I mean, if you see them every day and hang out with them every day, why not name them if you don't know their names? But they actually gave them these really cute names of Georgia and Ophelia. Now, it is said that Georgia and Ophelia are friendly little ghosts, and they like to kind of mess things up in the hotel. So it has been claimed by employees, the owners, and patrons of the hotel that George and Ophelia will actually turn showers on and off. They will take items, misplace them, move things around, which, I mean, oh, you guys, that's a really good wing. Now, watch me screw up the other one. I tried doing some research on the whole George Ophelia, and not a lot of anything really showed up. There are a lot of personal ghost stories from patrons, employees, the owners themselves. There have been YouTube videos about people staying at the hotel, but there's nothing no real big backstory on why it's haunted, or like, you know, Indian burial ground or anything, any urban legends or anything. But yeah, it was fun researching everything. I'm excited to start the research on Pennsylvania because I'm pretty sure there is some awesome stories and locations there. Thank you guys so much for watching, because Sinister Sundays is one of my favorite series to create for you guys. And I hope you guys love this little love child of mine just as much as I do. All right, I will see you guys here next Sunday.